Here I bring to you the if no gun, it no problem build. This is probably the easiest build to go to level cap with, considering it pretty much makes Xaku a better invisible frame than Loki or Ash or anything like that. There's timestamps so I don't waste your time, and if you enjoy the video, jump over to my Twitch where we stream Monday through Saturday around 1 p.m. EST. Thanks for listening to me. Yap, peace and love. I will say this is not my build. This is Jar's build. Jar is one of the viewers in my stream. He also streams himself. I will have his link in the description below if you guys want to drop him a follow and tune into his streams. The Xaku build that you just seen in all those clips. First, we have the Archon shards. We got 2 duration shards, and we have 2 parkour shards, and then we have a casting speed shard. You can switch these out, these 2 out, the parkours. They're flex. You can run whatever you want in that slot. As for the build, we go roar over the 1. We go for corrosive projection, ice spring. Corrosive projection just so that we get that 13% more armor strip. Just at base, ice spring so we move faster. And then everything else is just a buttload of duration, range, and strength. We go for energize over something like steadfast in the event that we do need to shield gate to keep us from dying from heat procs or slash procs or anything like that. Because for whatever reason, it seems like slash procs are just hitting the shield and not the actual health at the moment. Molt augmented so that we can get better damage on our grasp of lock and our roar. As we say roar, we have roar. This just increases your damage to just about everything. It's very, very, very strong. On Xaku, I just think it's the best in slot. We have the grasp of lock. The roar and grasp of lock is just super overpowered. Xaku seems like a mid-frame when you play him with just the grasp of lock. And like pillage, for example, I think that roar grasp is the best combo. Our 3, we don't really use this. However, if you are playing like a stationary mission, you could use the gaze to get the full armor strip at all times. And the 4. The 4 is what keeps up our grasp of lock at all times. You pop your 2 and then you pop your 4, and grasp won't go down until your 4 has run out. So basically, when you get like, let's say a Fissure buff, you can hold it for about 15 to 20 minutes with this build. It's very, very, very long. And in that time frame, you're likely to get another Fissure buff, or if you're just playing like regular, give yourself the sling strength so that you get the extra buff on your roar and your grasp of lock. Pretty much at all times, you want to have the grasp of lock, sling strength. If you don't know what sling strength is, it's when you run moderate and you sling at the ground multiple times, or you just naturally void sling twice in a row. You'll get the void sling, and it will be 40% power strength to your abilities, which is very good. It's for 20 seconds long, so you can get your roar and your grasp lock off at the exact same time. This is going to be the Furus. You don't have to run the Furus. This is just a slot in case you are if you are the host in the cascade, your guns will not target overguarded enemies. This is a problem, obviously, but it is only when you're a host. So if you're a host, you need to run something that can kill Thrax or any overguarded enemies. This is what you would run. If you don't have a Riven, just slot anemic agility over the Riven. I have a pretty decent one. We run the Amalgam Barrel Diffusion for the dodge speed. We just want to move around the map really quick. Most of the time, you will not have to shoot. Just only shoot to destroy the armor or the overguard on the Thrax or Eximus. Should be fine there. It's also an extra layer of survivability in the event you do need to come out of this. Purus and Karnan. I run the Kratos. This is not a build that I actually use. I just use this for the movement and the movement speed and the parkour speed, all that kind of stuff. You can look at the evolutions here, as well as the... Now, in the event you are not the host, the best in-slot weapons will be just the Dark Split Sword. The reason for this is because the Dark Split Sword is bugged. If you run the Dark Split Sword, you will always get the buff on just your frame as long as you don't have a primary or secondary. Every single time you will get the buff on Xaku, which means you can constantly have uptime in a Fissure of double range and double strength. This is incredibly good. I highly recommend if you're not the host of your run. However, if you are the host of your run, just Kratos and Furus is fine. Our companion, this is our main level survivability. Because we are not shooting, we are going to run stock Furus. You can run Shade with the cloak. It's not as good. Plus, you also probably want to get double resources, double steel essence, all that kind of stuff. Stock and Resourceful Retriever and Fetch are the only mods you need on this. You don't need anything else. You don't even need tenacious bond or reinforced bond because you're never shooting. It's always your guns, and it's not affected. That being said, that is the Heroes build. Then we have the claws. Again, it doesn't really matter. You can run whatever you want here. It's completely up to choice. And then we have our fashion. I found this on Reddit. I am not going to lie. Here's the Saidana, the Sidriel Saidana. Then we have the attachments. Here we go. If you guys enjoyed this video, man, please be sure to drop a like and a sub. I appreciate every single one of you if you made it this far into the video, man. I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers, peace, and love.